Welcome in, everybody. Thanks for watching and listening and being a part of today's conversation. I'm chatting with the wonderfully talented actor Dorian Giordano about his latest project, World's Best for Disney Plus. He's also a world champion, professional freestyle BMX rider, and lots of other things. Dorian, thanks for your time. It's a pleasure to meet you and chat with you today.
Right back at you, Brett. I'm excited to let this interview get going.
Perfect. Well, let's talk about this. It premiered on Disney Plus a few weeks ago, but it's gotten rave reviews. For people who haven't watched and had the opportunity to watch, what can they expect from it? Because it's a lot of fun. I think people will enjoy it for sure.
Yeah, for sure. What they can expect is more of a new experience that kind of really hasn't been done before, which is a rap musical. So there's been a lot of musicals done, but this is touching a new genre, specifically like rap and hip hop, and I think it actually does a pretty good job at that. It's super fun. There's ups and downs. It takes you on like an emotional journey. You feel really connected to the characters by the end of it, and it's a really good movie to watch for all kinds of situations. You can watch it on a weekend with your fam. You can watch it on a road trip. It's a good all around movie. I would
Yeah,
highly recommend.
definitely. And I think right now, with the age of content and streaming and all those things, I think it's a fun film to just pop on for the family too. So, what interested you in the project and attracted you to it as an actor and storyteller?
Yeah, of course. So, of course, I went through the regular audition process, and I got it from my agents and stuff. But when I was reading through the sides and the breakdown and the script and everything, it really kind of reached out to me that they're touching on this new genre. And reading the character breakdowns for Gabe and the character breakdowns for Prem, I saw so much of myself in both of those characters. And I felt like there was a lot that I kind of connected with this whole production. And I really wanted to see kind of just what it was all about, like on set and stuff. And the more I filmed, the more I really just felt the story was so awesome, so good to be told, and actually has a lot of relevance to people from all walks of life because there's so many lessons. And
Yeah.
it was, yeah, it really connected with me.
Yeah, I think that's important too as a storyteller, really, is finding projects that you can connect to, right? I mean, especially even if you're not necessarily just getting offers coming in every day, even if you are, depending on the situation, you want to pick something that you can connect with, right? And also having the athletics and the experience that way too, I think is equally important. So, I mean, you are a professional athlete, but you're also breaking into the genre of film and television and that sort of thing. What was it that interested you in acting in particular? How did that gap get bridged from one to the other? Because I think it's always fun to find out those stories, especially when you come from a different world but yet you connect and fit so well in the other.
Yeah, for sure. It's actually a pretty fun way that I got into acting. It was through BMX. I had a sponsor at the time. I think I was like 13, so I was really young. But
Okay.
sponsor I had a few sponsors. One of them was a bike shop, and through word of mouth, they got like reached out to and were like, "Hey, do you have any like young BMXers that maybe would want to try and do this kind of commercial thing?"
Okay.
And I sent out a little video like of just BMX clips that I got together that I would post on Instagram or whatever. Sent it off, and then I booked it. I went out for the day, and I was like, "Wow, this is a lot of fun." Because I'm 13. I ride bikes. That's all I do. And oh, sorry about that.
That's okay.
I can ride bikes and I can get paid for it. This is like the best of both worlds. So I got an agent, and then ideally at the time at least, I was primarily just wanting to do stunt work and more of that. And then he's like, "Have you ever like thought about actually going into like on camera acting and like TV and film?" And I was like, "Not really." And he sent me out to a couple places to try classes, and it just clicked. And that was 7 years ago, and here we are.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's always fun when you can break in from one world to the other. So, out of all the experiences you have had, whether it's in the world of BMX or acting and storytelling, is there one particular thing or one particular piece of advice that you've been given or that you've learned along the way that has helped sustain you either as an athlete or as a creative artist? It could be from either world, but I think there's always someone or something in our life that we pick up that adds fuel to that fire.
Yeah, for sure. Um, One thing, I mean, there's so many that I've learned through both that also cross over, but one of the most important things is like, I mean, you could call it cheesy or whatever, but never give up. You know what I mean? That's a huge theme in World's Best, as it so happens to be, and in my life as well. And do it for yourself too. You have to compete against yourself. You have to be the best version of yourself. Comparison, robs satisfaction. So you wanna just do the best you can. Keep pushing yourself. See if you can break your limits. But yeah, don't let people from outside bring you down, and don't let hardship get in the way. Like acting and BMX both, like I'll try a trick. I don't even know how many times before I land it. I'll go out for how many auditions without booking, you know what I mean? So you just have to stay resilient and know that as long as you're doing everything you can, it's okay and it'll all work out.
Yes. Well, the response for this has just been spectacular. And as I mentioned at the beginning of our conversation, people will really enjoy it. Outside of Disney Plus, I think that's the only place it's streaming at the moment, correct?
Yes, yes, it is.
Wonderful. So be sure to check out World's Best, starring our very special guest, Dorian, and other projects you've been a part of as well. Congratulations. If people want to check out the BMX side of your life and sports, what's the best way for them to do that? I imagine just Google your name, right? And it's going to pop up.
Yeah, they could Google my name. I have a couple YouTube videos, but they're pretty old. I think the last one I made, I was 14. But just on my Instagram, my name, Dorian Giordano _ swipe over to the reels, and that's all my sport clips. You got BMX, you got snowboarding, you got everything in there.
Wonderful. Well, Dorian, congratulations on all your success. And I appreciate your time. You have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Brett. It was a pleasure. Ciao.
Likewise. Thank you so much.